Hi guys, welcome to the part 6 of the cPanel for beginners course, and in this part we're going to be looking into the database management. We are going to make progress into learning how to create and manage MySQL databases and also how to administer user permissions and use the phpMyAdmin for database operations. So with no further ado, let's get started into this video. From your cPanel, just go to the databases section. As you can see on my screen, on your cPanel, you can actually have more than 4 options depending on what package you are on, okay? But for me right here, I have the phpMyAdmin, manage my databases, the database wizard, and also the remote database access. So first of all, let's just look into the remote database access quickly. But most of the times you won't be needing this, okay? This is if you have a remote access for your database. Okay, you can just add in the IP or host name right here, and click on this add host and you are gonna see it right here. Okay, but this is not just for you to set. Most of the times you won't be needing this option, so just click to go back to the cPanel home and let's scroll down to the database section once more. And right here we have the manage my databases option, and we'll equally have the database wizard. So right here we can manage all the databases that we have. We can as well create databases from here, but here is a special wizard that can guide us into creating a database. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to go through this database wizard option right here, and here we have the wizard guiding us step by step on how to create the database. So right now let's just create a database and let's call it cPanel tutorial. Just for information basis, okay, your database name always starts with your cPanel username. As you can see right here, this is the prefix and this is the actual database name, so the both of them will combine to make the database name. So when you click on the next step, you're going to see this step to create database users. Okay, the first one we just created is the database. As you can see the message, you have created a database named this. So right now we're going to create a database user. So you have to create a database and create a database user. Of course, the database is not just going to sit there, right? There should be a user that operates the database, right? So this is where we are going to create the database user. Now, after creating the user, we are going to grant all the privileges to this user, so this user can be able to do everything on the database. So let's go ahead to create the user. Let's say the user is me. I can as well name the user the same name with the database. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's just say the user is me, and I'm going to enter a password for that user, and obviously the password should be passing the password strength test right there. So I have it 94 and is good to go. So I'll click on the create user. You can also use the password generator if you need to use that. Okay, so right here we need to grant all privileges to this database user. As you can see, you have successfully created a database user named this. Okay, and as well it starts from the prefix using the cPanel username and the underscore right there. So here we are going to add all the privileges to this user to be able to manage the database properly. Okay, so right now if you just hit on these all privileges, all the privileges will be selected at once, and obviously that's the right choice instead of selecting them one after the other, right? That is too stressful. Just click here all privileges and they are all going to be selected at once, and just go ahead and click on the make changes right here. Right now what this means is that we have created a database, we have created a user, and we have connected the user to the database, and we have granted the user all permissions to manage the database. So right here we can just go back to the cPanel and let's go to the database section once more, and let's go over the manage my databases section right here. So let's click on it and we are going to see all the databases that we have on our cPanel. Right here we still have an option to create a new database, right? You can just create a new database right here. This is very manual. For example, let's create another database. Let's create a new DB and let me just hit on the create database. you can see added the database new DB. If I click on this, go back, now I have just created only the database and there is no wizard guiding us step 1, step 2 and step 3. So we just need to do this manually. Okay, so we've created the database right there and we're going to create a database user. To create a database user, just scroll down and you're going to see database users, add new user. Okay, so I'm just going to add it a new DB user. Okay, and I'm also going to input any password. So why I'm teaching you how to create a database right here is just for you to know it, right? Just for you to know that it's possible that you can be able to create a database right here without the database wizard. I'll hit the create user and you can see you have successfully created a database user. This now the user and the database are just two different things. Okay, now I need to add the user to the database. So if I scroll a lot more down right here, we are going to see add user to database. So right now I have to select the database user here and select the database right here and click add to add the user to the database. Okay, now if I click here, I'm going to look for the database I created. I think it's new DB user. So I'll click that and the database should be new DB. So let's look for the new DB. Now here I think I saw it. Okay, here is it. Okay, I click on the new DB and I click on add. So this is the last step right here, which I'll just click on the all privileges and make changes. So we have practically created a database using the MySQL wizard, and we have actually created the database also manually using the second method. Okay, so if I click on go back right here, so we're going to get to this manage my databases page. We have the modify database. If you want to modify database, you can just select the database and can if there is an error on the database, just select it and you can see check database. So right here we have the current databases. This as well is the users table. You can see all the users, database user that you have. If you have a new cPanel, it will probably be blank, okay, until you start creating. So I'm just going to click on the cPanel logo to go back to the cPanel homepage, and I'll scroll to the databases section once more. The last option that we are left with is the phpMyAdmin, and if I click on the phpMyAdmin right now, it's going to load up the phpMyAdmin dashboard, and you can see it's looking a little bit different than the cPanel. Okay, so I think we just would have just opened it in another tab. Okay, let me just right click and open it in another tab. That would have been better. Okay, fine. Now okay, you can see it looks a lot more different from the cPanel. So right here we have, from the left sidebar right here, we have all the databases that we have created. Obviously, if you have a new cPanel, here will just be empty. You will only have this information schema right here. Okay, so but for now I've created a lot of databases with this cPanel, so you can see them right here. So if you still create a lot of databases with your cPanel, you're going to see them all right here. For you to view any of them, you're just going to click on them. So for example, the new DB that I just created, which is right here, I'm going to click on it and you're going to see that it is empty. Okay, so right here we have a few number of things that we can do. For example, we can import an SQL file, we can export the database, we can input a query, we can see the SQL structure and other stuff. Okay, so for example, let's click on the import, and if we had an SQL file to import, you're just going to click on the choose file right here and just go ahead and select the actual SQL file and go ahead and click on the import right here to import the SQL file. And after doing that, the SQL file will be imported into your database and you have all the tables available in the file. Okay, as good as that, if you still have a database, for example, let's see this database right here, which already have some tables in it. Okay, so if you want to export these right here right now, okay, just go and click on the export. When you click on the export, this is the format selector. You select the format that you want to export it into. I'll just leave it to the SQL and I'll click on export, as simple as that. Okay, and you can see it has been exported and downloaded automatically. So that is how simple it can get to export a database from your phpMyAdmin. So let me go to the database once more and let me show you how to alter the database. So right here we have tables, and this can actually be different depending on the kind of database structure that you have. Okay, it doesn't really matter. You are not going to see exactly things like this on your database file. Okay, so this is just, you know, dependent on the kind of script I'm working with and other stuff. So these are not static table items that you should have in every database. Okay, for example, I have this table called transactions. I'm going to click on it. Okay, so right here, these are some of the transactions that we have done in the website. Okay, and we have a good number of things that we can do. For example, we can edit, we can copy it, we can delete. So these are just the individual items. Okay, so I can edit this item right here. You know, I can edit some information. For example, the date right here, I could just edit it from 27th to 28th. That's just an editing, and go ahead and click on go, and the current date will now become 28. As you can see, its current date is now 28. The same way I could just delete it. Okay, if I click on delete, I'm going to, you know, it's gone. You can see one row deleted. Okay, so just the same way, if you want to delete a lot of them at once, just go ahead and select a lot of these. So right here, just click on delete, and you can see the 3 items that we selected, and click on yes to delete all the 3 items, and they are gone. You can see this. So that is exactly how to make some manipulations in the phpMyAdmin dashboard. So in the next part of this course, we are going to be looking into the security features that comes with cPanel. So I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye for now.